Hello, it's March 12th, 2026, and it's time for my devotionals. Won't you join me?
In Mornings with God, Daily Bible Devotional for Women.
Day 71, Power in Prayer. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place, where he prayed. Mark 1:35. Even Jesus prayed. Jesus had a private prayer life with God. In the same way, carve out time to be intentional in your prayer time with God. Prayer is a conversation with God. Maybe you will rise before the rest of the house, or spend lunch at work with God. Whatever you do, be sure to incorporate daily prayer into your life. The conversations you have with God are the most powerful forms of communication you will have. Prayer invites God into your life, heart, and mind.
In Keeping Hope Alive, Devotions for Strength in the Storm.
God in the darkness. Do not gloat over me, my enemy. Though I have fallen, I will rise. Though I sit in darkness, the Lord will be my light. Micah 7:8. Pause. Sarah's life looked like a dream come true, but depression threatened to shatter it. A belief she'd embraced from childhood intensified her struggle. God is the light of the world, John 8:12. How then could he dwell in her if darkness encompassed her soul? She'd always associated darkness with sin, so perhaps her wrongdoings were to blame, and the depression was her fault. Darkness nearly suffocated Sarah, until she began exploring the Bible for verses that addressed God, light, and darkness. Micah 7:8 marked a turning point for her. The prophet's words helped her realize that God, who is light, never abandons us in the dark. He sits with us and remains our faithful companion in that place. Biblical truth and medical intervention assured Sarah that her depression was not self-induced. For her, the darkness became the place where God's nearness felt dearer than earthly friendships, and evidence of his goodness shone more brightly. The night became the way for her to find him. Ponder. How have you experienced God's presence in the nighttime of your soul? Pray. God, thank you for sitting with me in the dark. I will not fear when you are near. The Spirit of God hovered over the darkness, Genesis 1:1-2. This Hebrew word is translated as moved, and it means to shake, flutter, or to relax. God lived, dwelled, relaxed in the darkness. God isn't afraid of the dark. God isn't afraid of our darkness. From the beginning, God created something good for us, and that includes the darkness. His goodness can be seen even in the hard moments, because God is creator, and nothing he creates is bad. Sarah Fraser, How to See God's Light in Times of Darkness.
In Joy and Strength.
March 12th. For their sakes I consecrate myself. John 17:19. R.V. Margin. The thought may help us in regard to all the temptations of our life, even the most hidden and solitary. It may help us to do battle with our despondency and sadness, with our restlessness and resentment, with the perverting and corrupting misery of ambition. We must be watchful and uncompromising if the self-consecration is to do its work. One sin alone indulged, condoned, domesticated, may spoil it all, may cripple all our hope of helpfulness, may baffle the willingness of God to use us in his work for others. For their sakes I consecrate myself. This then is our constant hope, that God will so cleanse and purify our hearts that they may not hinder the transmission to others of that light and truth which issue from his presence. For that hope we would cast out all that defiles and darkens us. We would freely give ourselves to Christ, that he may enter in and rule and animate us, so that, through all our unworthiness, something of his brightness and peace may be known to men. Francis Paget. Did I but live nearer to God, I could be of so much more help. George Hodges. In the quote-unquote nighttime of your life, there's power in prayer. Sit and talk to God in the darkness. I hope you have a blessed day.